All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Sorry,
Lovely, lovely. This technology, man. I've also been struggling this side. I hope you are good.
I am good, thank you. And you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon here on the Adventist World Radio. Now, we want to talk about Zendoodling this afternoon. It's a term that I only came across as we were preparing for this interview. I didn't know about it. Hey, and we've apparently all found ourselves doodling in a notebook during a meeting or on the phone. But what if that simple act, could be considered an art form? Because some may say it could be. And of course, what they say is Zendoodling is all about. It's a freestyle drawing technique, apparently, that uses repetitive patterns to help one relax and focus. And Michelle Joubert is going to join, is going to actually shed light into this practice and how incredible it could be finding a therapeutic result. Now, Michelle, did I get it correct? Please define to us what exactly this is. I'm sure I'm missing it somewhere, somehow. Hello, Michelle, are you with us? Hello, Michelle. Michelle, can you hear me? Hello, Michelle. Right, doesn't look like I'm hearing Michelle. Let me just quickly see if a tech can assist us there. Michelle, can you hear me?
Hi,
Yes, can you hear me now?
Bongi. Can you hear me? Are you back?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes,
I'm back.
you just went away for a month.
All right. Yeah, please help us to understand what Zendoodling is.
So, Zendoodling, as you said, is a repetitive practice of drawing patterns on a page, and you can create really pretty, beautiful pictures from Zendoodling, from all these different patterns that you can draw.
Okay.
But in essence, what Zendoodling is, what any form of doodling is a form of getting a little bit out of our head, okay? Because when we're in our head and we're overthinking things, our stress and anxiety goes up. And actually, the main benefit of Zendoodling is to reduce your stress and your anxiety, to bring it down,
okay,
to calm you. Okay.
Man, now, what are the primary therapeutic benefits you see people gain from Zendoodling?
Okay, so the one is obviously bringing down your stress and anxiety.
Yes.
It increases your concentration and your focus. Okay, so there's different patterns that you use that can increase your concentration and focus. So especially for students that learn, if they are doing specific patterns as a study key, when they go to write the exam, if they draw that study key just before their exam, they've primed their brain to recall the information. It's also great for team building. It's really good for your brain. It's really good for keeping your brain young. Doodling, okay? And then when you start to do it more often and you practice it every day, you actually start to think it's a little bit of out-of-the-box solutions. You come up with ideas and inspirations and answers that, they've been there. They've been waiting to come through. But because you're calmer, they're coming through.
Oh, it's interesting. Now, how is mindful Zendoodling different from casual and unfocused doodling?
So unfocused doodling is that doodling that you do when you're listening on the phone. You're just scribbling on the page. Okay. So what you're doing is you're actually actively listening to the person because you're scribbling on the page. So if you were, for example, a student at school that used to doodle while you were in class, you were actually actively listening.
Okay.
Mindful Zendoodling is more intentional. So what you're doing is you're actually using this as a practice to calm your thoughts, to almost become meditative, okay,
Mm, mm,
around the day and to be in this moment. That's the mindfulness. And to
mhm,
just allow the whole repeating of the patterns to actually become your focus so that you're not thinking about everything and anything.
mhm,
Okay.
mhm,
Whereas with scribbling, you're still thinking, but you're actually more actively listening. The big thing about doodling, or even Zendoodling, both of
mm,
them, is that you
mm,
get to that point where it becomes mindful. And when it
mhm.
becomes mindful, that is when the world recedes a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
And it's
Mhm,
just, you just here. So all
mm.
those thoughts like sort of slow down and the having to rush and whatever. No, you're just in this moment. And that's actually the sweet spot of the mindfulness.
Mm. Now, when you are doodling, do you do it when you are, say, in a class or listening to something? Is that when you actually do it, or do you have to have a specific time and period for it?
No, so I recommend that you can look if you are, we are hardwired to scribble. Okay, if you give a toddler a pencil, they'll scribble. Okay,
Mm.
or a crayon or a Koki, they'll write over your walls and stuff like that.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
doodling while you're listening to something or somebody is a great form of actively listening.
I
So
see.
if
I
you're in
see.
a meeting, for example,
Mhm,
and you're
mhm.
doodling and you're actively listening, you are actually retaining the information better than if you were watching what was going on.
Mm, mm, mm,
Okay.
mm, mm.
Um, but when you make time to doodle, that is when you just actually having quiet time for yourself, a time out from the world. You know,
Mhm.
it's that meditative practice, right? And
Right, right.
so often encourage people who cannot meditate, who find it very difficult to meditate, to do Zen doodling, because it's a great alternative to doing it. And it's also a lot easier to do because you carry a notebook and a pen with you anyway.
Uh. Now, what kind of atmosphere then do you try and create in your Zen doodling workshops?
So most of my Zen doodling workshops are actually online. And they're for corporates who use it for their teams as a timeout, like to reduce their stress and anxiety. So they'll do it for health days, um, mental wellness, that kind of thing. Okay.
Mhm,
And so
mhm,
that's in the office environment. If I am doing a workshop in person, it depends. I mean, I do Zen doodling for birthdays. Um,
oh,
it's actually not so much the environment, it's more the practice of it.
mm, mm,
You
mm,
can do it anyway. It's the actual practice of it that brings in the calmness.
mm,
Okay.
mm,
But if you're going to do it for yourself and you're doing it
mm,
at home, then, if you want to light a candle or put on soft classical music, instrumental music, even your worship music, great. It all
mm.
heightens your senses in your Zen doodling.
Hmm. Interesting. Now, um, how has the online community, because I've heard you saying that it's online, how has that community influenced or changed the way people practice Zen doodling?
It's a good question. I think with the advent of COVID in 2020,
Mm.
it was a great way of connecting with people,
All
with my
right.
friends overseas. So
Mhm,
people would book a class with me because they'd be connecting with their friends overseas in Zendoodling. And it's now grown more into that still happens, but it's more a workday practice now. It's more like we want to do something for all our team members across the world. And this is a
mhm.
nice way to get together. It's reducing stress and anxiety. And for an hour and 15 minutes, they are doodling with me. I'm guiding them through it. And all they have to do is be present.
Mm. Wow. Now, what would you say is the demographic of people who seem most drawn to Zen doodling these days?
Actually, it's probably all ages, really.
Okay.
It's your busy professional people, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's your students who also need a little bit of time out from their stress and anxiety, learning exam tips and how to deal with the exam stress through Zendoodling.
Mm-hmm.
It's scholars, school-going children, okay, learning about how to work with their own emotions and things
Mm-hmm.
like that through Zendoodling and the anxiety. And then retirees love it because it's such a lovely practice for them to do, just
Mm-hmm.
to actually, you know, be in the moment. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, for them, it's about the creative part of it, you know.
Mm, mm, mm. Wow. Now, I heard you earlier saying that, one would go for an hour, 10 minutes, and all of that. Are there minimum and maximum times recommended for Zen doodling?
So your minimum time, I would say, would be at least 15 minutes. You could do it a bit shorter, but you do not get the full benefit of it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
minimum times of 15 minutes a day. If you had to do
Okay.
it for every day for 15 minutes a day over 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
you would actually physiologically you would have changed because you would be responding to the world from a much calmer space. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
so when you are responding to the world from a calmer space, the world is responding to you from a calmer space. But your sweet spot is around an hour mark, because you've been able to create something. So visually, you feel like you've accomplished something because you've been able to create a pretty picture, and then
Mm-hmm.
also you feel the benefit of it. You actually feel like you're not so stressed and anxious anymore. You're not
Mm-hmm.
so rushed anymore. You're in a much calmer space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, there are people who are generally, laissez-faire, relaxed people who really don't rush in life. It's in their nature, it's a personality or character. Would you say that it's for people like that or not quite?
Yeah, it's for everybody. We can all
Oh.
benefit from it. So if you're an easygoing person, relax. My husband is an easygoing person, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
he loves Zendoodling because he finds when he's Zendoodling, he like solutions come to him. Those out of the box
Mm.
solutions that I was talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
they occur
Mm-hmm.
to him while he's Zendoodling. Yeah. So it's
Oh.
got different sort of like meanings to everyone, I think.
Mm, 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 mm. Wow, I gotta try this out as well. I didn't know about it. I've come across on it as we're really preparing for this talk. Now, Michelle, please talk to us more about the work that you do and your workshops for Zen doodling.
Okay, so I hold workshops for Zendoodling. My company is called zendoodlingevents.com. And
Okay.
what I do is I guide you through the Zen Doodle. So, in
Mm-hmm.
other words, you don't have to think about what you're doing. You're just
Mm-hmm.
copying what I am doing. And because of that, it allows you to relax into the moment. And I
Mm-hmm.
take the guesswork out. I explain to you what the different benefits are of the different patterns. And at the end of it, you have not only a beautiful picture you've drawn for yourself, okay, but you actually have a tool that you can use going forward. And
Mm.
that's what I love about my job. The workshops that I do is corporate team building kind of workshops where it's either
Mm-hmm.
a team event where they want to have a get together and a time out from work, or it's a
Yeah, yeah.
mental wellness kind of day, or a healthcare day. I do a exam preparation for children, for kids from grade 4 to grade 12. And it's about finding the calmness through exams. So I teach them a lot about how to do the different Zen doodle patterns, and we talk a lot about exams, about anxiety around that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I have other workshops and courses that I do with children around resilience and around bullying, around emotional wellness, that kind of thing. And then with adults, I use this a lot in my work as a life coach to help you visually see and see where you're at, and to also help you visually find tools to help yourself navigate the challenges that you are navigating and find clarity around it.
Beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful. I'm actually on your website now, zendoodlingevents.com. But
Yes.
very lovely. And you're saying that everyone can doodle, some experience the magic of Zen doodling. There you see, you have a number of people that you host online, and beautiful patterns actually that are coming out of that as well. So it's a fantastic one. I do want to encourage everyone who is listening to go to the website. And Michelle, is there a way they can get hold of you? Because I'm trying to see if
Yes.
there is a contact. How do the people get a hold of you?
They can. So I'm going to give you my email address. Is info
All right.
at zendoodleevents.com.
Info at
I put it into the
zendoodleevents.com.
chat as well. Zendoodleevents.com.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Info at Zendoodle events. Now, tell me, Michelle, in terms of costs and all of that, is that on the website, or would you want to share that in terms of people doing it in groups?
So it is on the website. So it depends on where you are. If you are in South Africa, then I quote you in rands. If you are in out of South Africa, international, then it's in dollars. And it also depends on what type of event you are wanting to hold. So I ask you just to either go onto the website and have a look and see, or to reach out to me, and then I quote you on your needs. Because sometimes what I like to do with the workshops, if we're doing an in-person workshop, is to build in that you maybe get a pen that you can take home with you as well, to encourage you to carry on Zendoodling, that kind of thing.
Beautiful stuff. Michelle Joubert, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. I must tell you, every day is a learning day, and today was definitely my learning point, learning about Zendoodling and knowing more about it. I'm definitely going to try this one in my life. I'll probably be hooked on it. I don't know. But thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much, Bongi, and I am looking forward to seeing Zendoodling with you.
Thank you so much. Blessings.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. That was Michelle Joubert talking to us about Zendoodling. And of course, info at zendoodlingevents.com. That's where you can get a hold of them. Otherwise, their website, which is quickly shared with you, it is zendoodlingevents.com. Yeah, I've just gotten onto the website, and it's a fantastic one. Thank you so much for listening into that. It is 29 minutes after the hour of 5 o'clock this afternoon.
It's time for your afternoon praise on Maranatha Drive on Adventist World Radio, powered by SID Media.
Yes, indeed, powered by the SID Media. Let's now go to our devotion. But before we do that, let's actually listen to this beautiful sound coming here from Celestial Chorus, Tenzi Ndifungamire.
Tenzi Ndifungamire.